Hey, this is Josh with Growlink, and in today's walkthrough we're going to be going over how to make a humidifier sensor trigger within Portal 2.0. You'll start by logging into your account, going to the dashboard for one of your controllers, and then selecting the rules section up at the top of the web page. Once you're at the rules page, you'll select the default folder and the rule group that you wish to make this rule group in. This particular type of rule is a sensor trigger, so you'll select the sensor trigger tab, followed by clicking the Add Sensor Trigger button. In the resulting pop-up wizard, we're going to start by populating a display name for this rule so you can easily identify it. We're just going to give this an example name of Example Humidifier Rule. Next, we want to choose what time of day this rule will be active. You have a couple of different options. One can select all day, day only, night only, and custom time. For the purpose of this tutorial, we're just going to select all day. Next, we want to choose what sensor we're pointing this rule towards. In this particular case, we're going to select the room humidity sensor. Next, we want to choose what device we want to turn on when the room humidity goes outside of a specific condition. We can choose a couple of different devices, either humidifier 1, 2, 3, and 4. We can select multiple of these devices to activate from this one rule, but in this example, we're just going to choose humidifier 1. Next, we want to choose if the rule is static or dynamic. Static is the most straightforward setup, where if it goes outside a specific condition, it turns the device on and turns it off, whereas a dynamic rule functions by referencing the set points window from your controller dashboard. In this particular example, we're going to choose static. Next, we want to specify the value at which we want this device to operate from. For this example, we're going to choose a value of 50% humidity. Next, we want to specify the deadband for this rule. This is going to specify the range of values around that value that is going to activate and shut off the device. In this particular example, we're going to choose a deadband of 2%. Next, we want to choose the activation point for this rule. The two options are above set point and below set point. Since this is controlling a humidifier, we would like to choose the below set point activation point. With all these values put in place, a rule logic summary sentence will be displayed, as well as a graph visualizing the logic being employed. Here you can see if the room humidity goes beneath 48%, it's going to turn on the humidifier until the room humidity reaches 52%, at which point it would be allowed to turn off. With these values put in place, all that's left is to add the trigger, followed by pressing the Update Controller button at the top right of the web page. Once the configuration update goes through, this rule has been pushed to your controller and will operate based on the logic employed in this rule. This concludes how you would set up an example humidifier sensor trigger within Portal 2.0.